What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Zay Law Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah. And y'all, I was wrong. I predicted the Titans to win last night by a score of 23-13. Instead, we lost 20-16 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. But you know what? Y'all, I'm not mad though. I'm not mad though. I'm really not because we got our guy. We got our quarterback. Will Levis is it. He is, man. He's too legit to quit. This dude is the real deal. You're talking about his first start on the road, playing in a hostile environment in Pittsburgh, the terrible towels, with this bad offensive line that we have and the dominant defensive line that the Steelers have. As y'all see on the screen, man, he got sacked 4 times. But I know he got hit so many more times than that, obviously. But he never backed down. He stayed in the battle. That dude's a tough son of a gun, man. And y'all got to think, he dealt with this at Kentucky, right? Kentucky had a really bad offensive line. So he's used to getting hit. That's why last year he was banged up. That's why he was injured, right? Because he's used to getting hit. And last night it was no different than what he dealt with in college. This dude is it, man. Like he really is. He really is him. As the young people say now, he is him. Will Levis is legit. He's a real deal. We got our quarterback. We got to build around him though, but we definitely darn sure got our quarterback. You're talking about when he got hit on that third down and 13 play, and he was able to find Nick Westbrook and Kenne for a 23-yard catch. Really, that should have been roughing the passer, but man, he was still able to get that ball out on time, on point for a first down. At the end of the game, man, he hit Chris Moore for a 29-yard catch to at least give us a little bit of life. Him and D Hop the first half, they were able to hook up 4 catches, 60 yards. Unfortunately, in the second half, the Steelers start realizing, hey, the Titans really their only true receiving threat is D Hop. So let's just start double teaming him, try to take him out of the game. That's what they did. Um, Kyle Phillips, man, he showed up 4 catches, 68 yards. Will Levis was able to hit him on like a big kind of a dig route. So I really like that. Um, but yeah, we got our quarterback, and that's the great news, and that's why I'm not mad. So, y'all, let's get into this game. So, as y'all see, man, on y'all screen, we gave up 166 rushing yards to the Steelers. Now, for those of y'all that watching my preview video, I said the Steelers had one of the worst offenses in the entire league, and they do. But last night, my defense made them look like a pretty average unit, and they're not even an average unit; they're a really bad unit. Y'all, this is our fourth straight game of giving up 130 more rushing yards. I have no idea what's happened to this defense, particularly what's happened to this run defense. I really don't know what's happened. Um, we're not staying in our gaps. We're very undisciplined at times. We're missing a lot of tackles. I mean, man, last night we missed so many tackles, y'all. Our linebackers were missing tackles, our safeties, our corners, just missing so many tackles. Jalen Warren just bouncing off all our defenders. Very, very, very surprising to see because this is a team that's really built by their defensive line. We're built by our D line and our front seven in general. And I don't know, man, but they've just been so inconsistent this year. In particular, like I said, the last 4 games, we've just been very, very bad against the run. Very bad. I mean, even last week, man, we gave up 140 yards rushing. But the reason that didn't really matter is because while we had 6 sacks last night, y'all, we had 0 sacks, zero against a bad Steelers offense, against a bad Steelers offensive line, and we couldn't even register a single sack. We had, with Big Jeff and Nico and Rashad Weaver, Arden Key, Travis Gibson. Tierra Tar, Naquan Jones, Kyle Pecco. Not a single one of them brothers was able to get after Kenny Pickett last night. Very surprising. We barely had any quarterback hits. And as y'all also see, look at that third down efficiency, y'all. The Steelers went 6 of 12 on third down. 6 of 12. Now, mind y'all, I told y'all this is one of the worst offenses in the league, and we allowed them to go 6 of 12 on third downs. Really, really, really bad. Look at that. We allowed 5.4 yards to play. That's not good. And we allowed 326 total yards of offense against a team that literally, y'all, has one of the worst offenses in the league. The only reason the Steelers been winning games is because of their defense. But last night, they didn't just win it because of their defense. Their offense actually looked pretty solid. Why? Because of our defense, particularly our run defense. So this is very concerning. I really don't know what's happened to our run defense, y'all. I don't. I mean, you're talking about we had went like 20 or 21 straight games without giving up a 100-yard rusher. Now it's like every week we just keep allowing it. We keep allowing teams to have over 100 yards on us. And it's not like we're just allowing 102, 103 yards. No, it's like 139, 152, now 166. It's like we're letting teams like really, really, really just pound us in the run game. Very disappointing. Like I said, when you got the front seven that we do, and this is a team that is built on their front seven, on the backs of their front seven. And we're giving up like 130 rush yards every game now. So, again, disappointed. Am I mad though? Nah. How can I be mad, y'all? This team is what it is, right? We're an inconsistent team. How it's gonna be. Even last week, I came on here when we won. I told y'all, listen, it's still gonna be highs and lows with this team. We're still gonna have losses. Why? Because this overall team is just not good enough. Just it's that simple. And especially we've been horrible on the road, right? So foolishly though, I thought we was gonna win last night because I was like, man, there's no way we're gonna let the Steelers offense look like a solid unit, but we did. So defensively, just disappointed. Again, I can't be mad, y'all, because this team is what it is. Just a very inconsistent team, very average, mediocre team. So I cannot even sit up here and be mad. We are what we are. We're a 3-5 ball club. So that's just what it's gonna be. Right. And like I said, I told y'all last week, I came on here, we decided we got to win. But I told y'all we still gonna have losses. It's still gonna be growing pains. Why? Because this team, we still got so many holes on this team. Right. So very disappointed by our defense, very disappointed by the lack of pass rush and the run defense of the secondary. Christian Fulton seems like he's kind of got his swagger back. The last 3 weeks, the Ravens game, Falcons game, and the last night, he played pretty well. I got to give him credit. He did a great job on George Pickens last night. I mean, George Pickens had I think 2 catches for -1 yards. I mean, wow. Like, so shout out Christian Fulton, man. Yeah, he had 2 catches for -1 yard. So shout out Christian Fulton. Seems like like I said, he's getting his swagger back, and he also made some nice plays in the run game. He tackled pretty well. Sean Murphy Bunting, he only played 8 snaps last night. Was out the rest of the game due to a thumb injury, which really hurt, obviously, because he is probably, I mean, honestly, Sean Murphy Bunting has been our best cover corner all year long, which isn't saying much because it's not like we got a really great corner on this team. But yeah, Sean Murphy Bunting being out definitely hurt because y'all saw Deontay Johnson. He killed us. But I did say, and one of my keys for us to win, I did say, hey, limit George Pickens and make Deontay Johnson beat you. And unfortunately, he did. Deontay Johnson did beat us a little bit. Other than that, in the secondary, Terrell Edmonds, Terrell Edmonds was really bad last night. For whatever reason, we were playing him like we played Kevin Byard, right? Putting him back in coverage. And I told y'all when I was doing my Kevin Byard trade video, I stated in that video that Terrell Edmonds is really, really bad in coverage and that he needs to be playing in the box, right? But for whatever reason, the Titans obviously didn't get my message. They were playing him like KB, like he's a coverage safety. He's not a coverage safety, he's a box safety. And we saw, y'all, that yes, he was definitely getting beat. Eric Garrett, listen, Eric Garrett, listen, y'all. He has a nice kid. He's like a nice dude, but he's just all right? I mean, we really miss Roger McCray. Roger McCray is our slot cornerback. Eric Garrett, like I said, y'all, he's okay. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's an undrafted rookie. He's a practice squad guy. So what do you expect? Of course, the Steelers were gonna pick on him, and they did. They picked on him, and they were successful pretty much all night going against Eric Garrett. So we need Roger McCray back badly. Cause yeah, man, Roger McCray is a very good slot corner, and we definitely need him back in this lineup. Hopefully next week when we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Amani Hooker, he was okay. I feel like Amani, man, his tackling was really, really bad. I mean, overall, just like as a unit, outside of Christian Fulton, and I think Aziz had some plays where he made some nice tackles, but man, overall, y'all, as a unit defensively, our tackling was just really bad. Again, as you see, by the 166 rushing yards that we gave up, I mean, it's really bad, y'all. It really is. Especially as I'm gonna keep stating in this video, going against a Steelers offense that is one of the worst offenses in the league, and give up that many yards against them, and to allow them to go 6-12 on third down. I don't get it, but hey, we did it. But yeah, other than that, man, that was really the defense. I mean, I feel like we lost this game because of our defense. I really did. So let's move to the offense. So as I stated to begin the video, excuse me, Will Levis is it. He's our dude. He's our quarterback. He was constantly getting hit. And I'm surprised he only got sacked 4 times, but he was constantly getting hit, constantly getting pressure. But he stayed back there, man. That dude is definitely a warrior. So happy about him. Derrick Henry had 75 yards. I was hoping though that we could have got Tajay Spears going a little bit more, but we couldn't. Like I also stated earlier, man, Kyle Phillips finally came to the party. 4 catches, 68 yards for him. D-Hop had 4 catches for 60 yards. We just couldn't get him going in the second half. Nick Westbrook-Akina, he had that 1 catch, but other than that, he didn't do anything. Chiga Conquo, he had a couple of catches late, but at that point, it really didn't matter. And now I want to get to Traylon Burks a little bit. So Traylon Burks, man, I'm glad to hear that he's okay. I heard Mike say that Traylon Burks was moving. He was up. So great to hear that, man. Like I said, y'all listen. Had Traylon Burks not been playing well, yes, but right now, all Titans fans, not just Titans fans, but NFL fans, man, let's not pile on the kid, right? We just want to make sure he's gonna get back healthy. Obviously, it was a really bad fall that he took last night. He fell down. It's like his head went back on that play as he was trying to go up and make the catch. But yeah, let's not pile on the kid right now, y'all. This is bigger than football. We want to make sure that this young man is healthy. At the end of the day, man, he got family members out there that care about him, that are watching him play. So let's not pile on the kid, man. Let's not do that in this moment. We just want him to get healthy and make sure he can come back 100%. You know, like I always say, man, you never pile on a man when he's down. That's not the time to do that. So we just glad that Traylon Burks is moving. Like I said, Mike did say that Traylon Burks is moving. So just great to see, man. That was definitely scary last night. As y'all know, man, we've had a lot. It seemed like the past year we've had a lot of guys go down, and they have to bring the ambulance out into the field. That's a scary moment, y'all. And yeah, like I said, this is definitely bigger than football. So just sending all my prayers to Traylon Burks and his family. And so glad though to hear that he's moving. So we just want to continue to hear great news about Traylon Burks. And then to this offensive line, I mean, yeah, y'all. Last week was fool's gold, and I even said, I was like, wow, this offensive line played well, but you know, we know this offensive line is still bad. Andre Dillard, yeah, we're gonna have to just, you know, we got to take that one on the 10, man. I mean, Andre Dillard's just not good, y'all. He's not a good a left tackle in this league. Just and yeah, I mean, he just isn't, man. He's just slow footed, y'all. He doesn't know how to use his hands. He's just not a good left tackle. Nick Petit-Frere, he obviously got injured last night. When he was in there, man, TJ Watt was beating that dude like a drum for real. Like he was beating him like a drum. Obviously, I know it's TJ Watt, and not a lot of right tackles in this league can deal with him. But still, man, y'all, we just need better tackles. Like this team really needs better tackles. I think the interior, obviously, we got Peter Skoronski at left guard. We got Daniel Brunskill at right guard, Aaron Brewer at center. Now, Aaron Brewer, he's super light. I like Aaron Brewer, but I do think we might need to even replace him because he does get pushed around from time to time. But I think the interior is good. Where this team is lacking though is outside, man. We need them tackles. We need a left tackle. We need a right tackle on this team immediately. We just do right. And obviously, this has been a problem for us for maybe 2 or 3 years now. Our tackle position, man. Tackles are the most important position. I think maybe in the NFL outside of quarterback and edge rusher and a wide receiver, you got to have good tackles, man, left and right. Got to. Because with all the elite pass rushers that are in the league, if you do not have good tackle play in the NFL, man, you are going to get exposed week after week after week. And obviously we didn't last week, but that's because the Falcons don't have any elite pass rushers. But we going against the Saints. They got Cam Jordan. They got Carl Granderson. We went against the Chargers. They got, Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. We went against the Browns. They got Zadarius Smith and Myles Garrett. When we went against, we went against the Colts, right? They got DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart up front. When went against the Ravens, they got Jadeveon Clowney, coming off the edge. And then you look last night, TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. So, and then Cam Hayward and Larry Ogunjobi coming up the middle. Even Marcus Golden, their backup linebacker, he even got a sack. So when you look at that, man, y'all, this league is filled with really good to great pass rushers. So if you don't have two really good to great tackles, you're gonna get exposed. And obviously we got exposed all season long. But yeah, y'all, I mean, like I said, I'm not mad. I know what this team is. We're just, we're not good. But the reason I am happy is because, y'all, we finally got our guy. We got our quarterback. It's time to get this thing rocking and rolling with Will Levis. Really next year, there's no question he needs to be the quarterback the remainder of this year. So if Mike goes back to Tannehill, or if he goes to Malik Willis, I want him fired immediately. Because there is no reason why Will Levis should not be the starting quarterback on the rest of this season. This dude proved a lot, man. And a lot of people are like, well, what is he gonna do in Pittsburgh? Y'all, he proved a lot. That dude is a tough son of a gun. Hanging in there, that tough Pittsburgh crowd, y'all. Y'all heard when they started playing Renegade, man, all them darn terrible towels, man. You had J.J. Watt was there last night. Joey Porter Sr., he was there last night as well. I mean, that crowd was rocking. And Will Levis just stayed in there with the boys, man. He never gave up. He never gave in. He showed a lot to me. He proved to me that he is the guy moving forward. And he's the guy that's going to get this team to the promised land one day. Now, it's up to Rand and Mike to construct a roster. If Mike is still here, but it's up to Rand to construct a roster. And I have full confidence in my man Rand Carthon to construct a roster around Will Levis. Obviously, we need linemen, right? We need a left tackle. We need a right tackle. Like I'm going to keep saying the rest of this year on this channel. We need a left tackle. We need a right tackle, and probably even a guard. We need a wide receiver. Probably two wide receivers, right? We got to see what's going on with Traylon Burks again. He's injured. Let's not talk about him. We love D-Hop, but D-Hop is not going to be on the team in 3 to 4 years, obviously. Defensively, like I said, y'all, we need a superstar pass rusher. This is why, and we still could get either one of these guys, but this is why I really in free agency next year, I want to go after Montez Sweat and Chase Young aggressively. Like I want Rand to go after them boys aggressively because this team really needs like that star dominant pass rusher. Look, Harold Landry played well last week. Arden Key has played well at times, but even when Harold Landry's at his best, Harold Landry's not a star. He's a very good player, but no, this team desperately needs a star pass rusher. And then in the back end, we need a number one corner, or maybe even a number two corner if we don't re-sign Sean Murphy-Bunting. But yeah, this team absolutely needs a number one corner. So, like I said, y'all, now that we got our quarterback, we got $100 million in salary cap space. And we're probably gonna have like a top 10, maybe a top 5 pick, but I doubt it because I think we probably gonna still win maybe at least 3 or 4 more games. But so we're at least gonna have a top 10 pick. So when you have all that, man, at your disposal, hey, you could really, I mean, next year, y'all, we could be contenders. Like we really can. We could be contenders next year. Like straight up, we can. This team is not that far away. We really aren't. Because now that we got our quarterback, now we can actually build a roster. See, once you got your QB, y'all, now you can build. Look at what the Chiefs did. Look at what the Eagles did, right? You look at what the Lions did, even with Jared Goff. Like, look at all the pieces they put around Jared Goff. So you look at what the Vikings did when they signed Kirk Cousins back in 2018, and look at the pieces they put around him. So when you get that guy at quarterback, now you can actually start to construct your team. And as everybody knows, man, you build your team what inside out, meaning you got to start up front. So before we go out to get a T. Higgins potentially, or Marvin Harrison Jr., or Mecca Ibuka, or Keon Coleman, we need to get this team some linemen. We need to build this team up front and that defensive line, particularly an edge rusher. So yes, we need to start inside out. That's how you build a team, man. You get the big boys up front, then you start building that wide receiver, at corner, at linebacker, so forth and so on, right? So this team, like I said, next year we can be contenders because now we got our quarterback. We just have to be able to build around him. And I have full confidence in Rand Carthon and Miss Amy to put the pieces around him for him to continue to be successful. Because yeah, he's shown it, man. And again, y'all, like I said, I'm not mad. As y'all see, I ain't on here yelling. I'm not being hyper any of that like I was on some of my other Titans videos, because taking this team for what it is. We're an inconsistent team. We got a lot of holes on this team, but the one hole that we don't have is that QB, man. We got our guy, y'all. Mayo man, Mayo boy, Billy Jeans, whatever y'all want to call this man. He's it, man. So happy. And now we can move forward as an organization, look towards the future, and next year go back to being the Tennessee Titans of 19, 20, and 21, being a legit playoff contender, and maybe, I don't want to go this far yet, but maybe being a Super Bowl contender. So before I get out of here, y'all, I want us to hear from Big Jeff. I want us to hear from Will Levis. I want us to hear from Azeez Al-Shire. And I also want us to hear from Mike Vrabel, who, man, might not be the head coach of this football team next year. I just hate saying that, but Mike, you might not be here, brother. So let's listen to Big Jeff, y'all.
That's at the end of the day, we haven't won on the road. To be able to win games and put yourself in good situations, you have to win on the road, and we haven't been able to do that so far. But we just got to figure out. We got to figure out how to create some turnovers on defense, because that's what wins games. We got to figure out, we got to make plays. At the end of the day, that's we have to be able to play better than other team defense. They like they said, we didn't have a sack or whatever it may be. We got to be able to affect the game how the defense affected the game today.
Yeah, so before I let y'all listen to Azeez, Will Levis, and Mike, I want to touch on what Big Jeff said. He's right. You got to be able to win on the road in this league. You got to, right? Good teams win on the road. Good teams win in hostile environments. But obviously, we're not a good team, right? So that's why we failed to do so. Teams like the Titans, the reason we've had success at home, y'all, because while we got that crowd playing behind us, and we're not really dealing with that, sometimes the Titans will kind of get outnumbered when we're playing at home, but more likely than not, we don't get outnumbered. So that's why we had success at home. But playing on the road, man, and it's like everybody's against you and people yelling and screaming. Just average teams like us, man, we won't be able to win on the road, really. We won't. Not playing against us, playing in a hostile environment like Pittsburgh. So Big Jeff is right, though. You got to find ways to win on the road, man, because good teams do that. But like I said, y'all, this team is not good. I mean, y'all, we have not won on the road since that Thursday night game last November against the freaking Green Bay Packers. It's been almost a year ago now. I mean, that's really, really bad. But again, this team is not good. So it shouldn't be to anybody's surprise that we cannot win on the road. So let's listen to Azeez Al-Shire.
I think they just did a good job. Like run wise, they had a couple little plays that they kind of continued to go back to. I mean, I felt like it was kind of like chess match, filling each other out. They threw some haymakers early, we threw some back, and then that last drive, that's really the one that not the 2-minute one, but the one that gave them the score. That was tough, giving up 92 yards, whatever, because of penalties, because of, incomplete or completions, whatever it might have been. It's still just, that's got to be deflating, because you can't, that defense want to give up a 92-yard drive.
3-5, what's the feeling got to be leaving here?
Same feeling it was last week. When we was winning, you got to show back up to work, Every single week you got to show up. It's a new week, new team, new opportunity, new opponent, and you got to prepare to do the best that you can to put yourself in position to win and make plays. And just gotta rally around each other, continue to do what we've been doing.
Yep, he's absolutely right, y'all. He's absolutely right. Hey, same mindset as last week when we won. Hey, gotta be better. But don't we feel like we always here with this team? But let's listen to Will Levis and hear what our future quarterback, or excuse me, our future franchise quarterback had to say.
Staying neutral, not letting the highs get you too high, not letting the lows get you too low. Like I just said it. I mean, even if I had the same game I did last week, I feel like how I wake up tomorrow morning and how I prepare for next week would be the same. So that's important, especially at this position, just to keep a neutral attitude about everything, and I do my best to do that.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, he's right. Yep. Cannot get too high, can't get too low. You gotta keep your head down, keep grinding. And that's what I know that's what that kid is gonna do. So last but certainly not least, y'all, let's listen to our head coach Mike Bird when I will get up out of here.
Always alert, moving, having more of an update, hopefully tomorrow, but back there being evaluated, and I would say that the way it looked, I think that it's probably better than how it looked. So he's alert, and he's in training room being evaluated.
Yeah, so that was Mike talking about Traylon Burks. Like I stated earlier, man, Traylon Burks is up and moving. Just want y'all to hear that from Mike. So continue to pray for Traylon, his family, and hoping that he gets well soon. So, like I said, y'all, we got our franchise quarterback. So we're gonna be all right. Like I told y'all last week, this team still got a long way to go. We do, because we got a lot of holes on this roster. But man, we got a whole lot of salary cap space, and we got the draft picks to patch this roster up and to become a contender in 2024. That was another episode of the Zabula Sports Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Y'all know I'm an Indian man. God bless. I love y'all. Peace.